Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at thetechtrader.com. These are the charts of the day. It is May the 5th, Wednesday. Well, the markets remarkably continue to be resilient, and each pullback holds support, and they keep going higher. But the McClellan Oscillator is getting quite overbought, and we're going to have to start being extremely cautious in here and not get too crazy. This is the time where investors need to be vigilant and keep close tabs on your stops and your targets. Okay. We're going to take a look at some stocks that did well today. Advanced Micro Devices up 29 cents or 8%. 57 million shares. The stock continues to display excellent relative strength. You can see the basing pattern. The high volume breakout 5 days ago. Move up, the 2-day flag type pullback on lower volume as volume receded, and today it resumed again. Now, there is some resistance about the 4404 level, secondary resistance at 440.44, and that's what I think may get hit before it pulls back and consolidates, but I'm still looking for this to set up a better move later on in the year potentially. But it looks like for sure major declining channel has been broken, the base, and then the reversal. Now this is a big resistance level because of the lows in October 2011 and then the highs in the spring of 2012. So we'll see if we can punch through there at a later date. For now, keep an eye on the short term. ARAY with a pop today. Didn't close great, but still up 49 cents, or up nearly 11% on nearly 5 million shares, was the best volume on an update since way back. So you can see key resistance at this level was taken out today, and the stock closed above that. So what I'm looking for now is a move to about the 545 area, followed by a move to 6, if we can get some follow through with volume. Dang. Well, Cabby, I'm going to, one of our subscribers is very high on this company, and along with the red, this stock had a nice day today. Dang popped from 392 to 438, closed only 3 cents off the high, up 36 cents or 9% on more than 2 million shares. It looks like if this is a base forming, that we're going to have to get through this resistance. Today's action took us through the declining top line and out of this falling wedge or coiling type base. I would expect a test of at least a 480.83 area short term. It's followed by a secondary target up around 5.5. On this one, we're going to have to show you on an hourly chart because of the minimal space. But take a look at this. IPO was just last week, a week and a half ago. Stock opened, backed off, and formed a 4 or 5 day base. Popped and flagged, and then today it popped again and formed a nice flag. Looks to me like it wants to stair step higher. I would look for at least a test of the high up around 25 and a quarter from the next short-term target. That's way up there, above where we are. But I'd look for it. Let's just say what first target is 18, the second target is 20 and a half. EA. Well, EA had a spectacular session today, opening in 1980. Which was a gap up and then running to 21.68 and closing just 12 cents off the high up. 315, 17%, a whopping 22 million shares, the biggest day on an update in more than a year. You can see how the stock has exploded recently, breaking out of this key resistance level. Today, taking out the March highs and running up near resistance. 22.5, 3/4 is going to be my target zone. We can make through there. The stock can run up and test the mid-20s where the old highs exist. GMCR, spectacular session today. You don't see it here, but even though it was up 92 cents or 1.5%, after the close, they announced a major deal with Starbucks and blowout earnings. Stock exploded $10. And it's trading up around 69.70 range. We'll see if it gets higher, but that kind of a move, breaking out through the top of a channel, could be big. My lateral target was up around the high 70s, 75, 77. We may very well get there tomorrow. MBI popped 2 days ago, stalled with an inside day yesterday, and up another $1.09 or 7.5% today. But what I'm looking at now is the 20 million shares that traded in the breakout across key resistance. It goes all the way back to 2012 and is now threatening to take out the 1496. Oh, excuse me, it did take that out. Let's go to a longer term pattern. You can see the big coiling-base pattern has exploded. The next target now is 19. That's my target on MBIA. We may very well get up there in the short term. NLS, that's Nautilus. And after breaking out of this multi-week coil with a breakaway gap yesterday, it followed through with another 5% today, nearly $1 million. I'm looking for the stock to get to about 10.5. That's my next target. ONXX, one of my favorite biotechs all year. You can see how it's running. The long-term projections now are near 130. But for now, the stock is in a falling wedge that was broken today with the pop of 530, or almost 6%. And the volume picked up to the best in several weeks. So it looks to me like we can at least come up and test 101, 101.5. But my real target here is 108. This is short term. In the immediate term, we're looking at 120 and then 130. QIHU put out a swing trade today, as QIHU convinced me after it popped through these resistance levels and then had an inside day yesterday with a new high today. I think QIHU is destined for somewhere around 43, 44, and that's my swing trade target. Centrolium had a big day today and popped from 406 to 575, closed at 551, up $1.35. That was a 32.5% gain, and the volume was the biggest in a long time. This is a thinly traded stock. It popped today on nearly 500,000 shares, the biggest volume in about a year. But more importantly, it backed off of this resistance line. We need to see if it can take out 530, excuse me, not 530, 590. And if 590 is taken out, I'd look for this stock to move to first 7 and then 9. Tesla, really incredible day. After hours, this stock was closed at 55.79, up 28 cents. It was up $16 at 71, and I believe closed around 66, 68 in that zone after hours. So we'll have to see what happens tomorrow. But what a spectacular move since the March lows when it was trading in the mid-30s, 34.94, 35, to doubling to 71 just in the last 5 weeks. Take-Two Software broke out today. You can see the declining tops and this wedge here popped on 2.8 million. It didn't close great, but it did close above that line. Now I'll be looking for some follow-through to get it to 18.5, my short-term target. And lastly, today is YY, which I wanted to put a swing trade out on 2 days ago when it broke out, but I waited. It stalled, but it had an inside day, and today popped from 2170 to 2457 before backing off to 2395, up 215, almost 10%. Volume was 1.1 million, real strong for that stock. At this point, I'm expecting a test in the next day or so to reach up to the top of the channel around 25. Now we'll see if it sets up a consolidation, but that very nice post-IPO run up to new all-time highs. And that's it for tonight, folks. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Good night.